Hello, welcome back. It's Tuesday. Good morning. Short vlog makes for a short edit, short encode. I got one game of Arc Raiders in. It was a successful raid. Had my coffee. Got a nice warm hug from Tiffany, and now we're on our way, easy sailing to the warehouse. Let's have a good day, shall we? It's Tuesday, which is usually a light shop, and today's no different compared to yesterday. Oh my god! So my list looks something like this, right? Yesterday it was the whole thing was full, and this is like a quarter. Yeah, it was just yesterday was a nightmare. Watch the vlog. I talk about it. For the morning, we need 5, 6, 7, 8 items. The rest of it's all for tomorrow. So usually I'm able to snag everything, and they only even need like 10 buns. I might even be able to snag it all today. French fries is 1. Yeah, I don't know, kind of crazy. I might verify that with her that they don't want anything more because it's the holiday weekend. I feel like it's gonna be busy. They're gonna get their butts kicked, I think. Anyway, as I said in yesterday's vlog, I definitely want to talk about what's been on my mind and a couple of self-revelations, if you will. And I was going to do that in the form of a walk and talk this afternoon, get home and go for a walk. The weather's beautiful, and talk about it. So I probably won't vlog much in my shop. I think I'm just going to bang this out, and I have those 2 customer meetings that I didn't have, that I was supposed to have yesterday. I rescheduled today, so get the shop done, get on the road, get those two visits done, and then we'll chat a little later, okay? $11 a.m. We're on the road heading Chandler to meet with our first customer of the day. This is the customer that I was supposed to meet with yesterday morning. I knew that one wasn't going to happen for sure, just because of the way the morning was set up. And I'm learning, duh, I should have, when the customer said Monday was the only day they were available, or the next day they were available, I should say, Mondays don't work for me, how about Tuesday? Obviously he's good for Tuesday, because that's where we're going now. But yeah, I tried it. My goal was to hit that 5 last week, so I just really just peppered everybody, and a lot of people responded, so that's why we were able to knock out 7. I'm not gonna schedule anything for tomorrow because it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I just want to make sure that I get everything done before we take a day off. Because when we come back on Friday, it's gonna be a shit show, and then I'm off on the weekend. So I want to make sure everything goes smooth. So I'm not gonna really schedule anything for tomorrow. And then Friday, I'd like to try and nail a couple more West Side customers, one specifically, and then I got to make my way east. East is the customers I'm doing one east now, but all the other east customers I haven't done yet because it's in the opposite direction of home. So it's one of those things where if I'm going to do it, I want to do it early like I am now, so that I have time to swing back to the west side before it gets too late. I definitely don't want to be meeting a customer in Mesa at 2 p.m. because that just ruins my day. All right, another customer down. That was an easy one. That guy was just all like, this is great, this is awesome, I love this. What about this? So this is a customer that I wholeheartedly believe we are going to increase revenue with, because that old acquaintance of my dad, she passed away. It was her husband using her phone. So I saw the name and I was like, that, I'm pretty sure. I had that moment of I thought, didn't someone say she just died? I'm like, what the fuck? It was her husband. And obviously that's my dad's old phone, so it still had my dad's name on there. He was trying to get a hold of my dad. So anyway, gave him the new number. He's good to go. Anyway, so what I was saying is that is going to be a customer that I truly believe is going to increase revenue with this app, because he buys produce from us, but then every once in a while we'll throw a random cup or lid or something like that on there. And he even asked, like, all the questions he asked was about, like, what if I want to buy this, or what if I want to buy that? I said, yep, you can search for it. Again, prices, we have so many items, guys. I have not updated all the prices because there's just too many items. So I've been going through as I go to these customers and doing updates and spot checks. One of the new things I'm going to have to start doing is I'm going to have to start maintaining all the prices for the non-produce stuff. My dad's got produce on lockdown. The dry goods, for the most part, don't change, but unless someone buys like a 12-ounce clear cup, a 12-ounce foam cup, excuse me. No one has purchased a 12-ounce foam cup in years. So I don't even know the price in the computer is accurate. It most likely isn't, but until someone buys one, I have no need to go pick one up, update the price. You know what I'm saying? But with this app, I kind of have to. I kind of have to go through and update all our prices and make sure that they're 100% accurate so that we can be competitive. And also because I don't want to undersell. It might be in there for $35 and that's like our cost. And now, I'm supposed to raise that price to say 42, 43, 45, whatever. And someone goes, oh, give me 2 of those cups at $35. That's a smoking deal. And then I realize, crap, we lost money. We didn't make any money. We lost money. So yeah, I already told the guys, I'm like, once I have all our current customers on board and all the items they buy on a regular basis are updated and good to go, my next goal is to flush out all the other products that we want to sell or that I know that are like items that people will buy regularly, like certain cups, right? Certain cups. 16 ounce, 24 ounce, 32 ounce, 44 ounce are the most common. There's a few people that order 20s, 14s, and 12s. So those are prices that don't get updated updated very often, but people buy them. They're common. So I should go through and update those prices. So things like that. That's going to become my new role, where it's like I'm going to be out visiting customers and trying to find new customers, but then also going to be price comparing and like shopping. Like not shopping as in like going and purchasing things, but like shopping as far as like how much are these cups at this place and how much are the cups at this place, and going around and comparing so I know where to buy it. Yes, we can get these cups at this price and we put it in the app, and then when someone buys it, I know I need to go to that place to get it, or I know I can confidently charge this price because that's what the going rate is. I'm excited because it's change, and I'm ready for a change. As I've said numerous times, I like change. I look forward to it. I need it. I get bored. I get complacent. That's one of the things we're going to talk about on the walk and talk later. But yeah, I'm excited for this change because I've been with my dad's company now for 3 years, and the only big shift that I've had in those 3 years is when I was going to Salome, Wickenburg once a week, and I built that route out there. And I was going out there pretty consistently, like once a week for a couple of weeks. Then I was going to Prescott for a while there, trying to build some business up there. It didn't work out, thankfully, because I honestly didn't think it was going to be worth it. So now I'm ready for this new change of like championing the app and using the app as a tool to build the business, and I'm really excited about it. I really am.
But the internet and authentic is still rare. That's really weird. Well, it's so easy to do.
Done with the gym. Went to the store for Tiffany, grab a few things for dinner. She sent me the recipe. We're gonna make Chipotle's corn salsa for our tacos tonight, so looking forward to that. But first, a little walk and talk, as I alluded to in last night in yesterday's vlog. So basically what I wanted to talk about yesterday, but just didn't feel like the right time and whatnot, and I didn't want to cram it in at the end of the vlog, was, this constant battle that I have with myself and content creation. And I mean that wholeheartedly, right? Like the whole pie, the whole kit and caboodle. Vlogging, streaming, and we'll call it social media apps, right? And that includes X, Instagram, we'll throw Facebook in there, and everything else. You get my point, right? Those are kind of the pillars. And then I guess technically you You could throw podcasting in there too, even though I don't really think about podcasting. To be perfectly honest with you, podcasting, as much as I think, when I do think about it, I'm like, oh, I really should do a podcast episode. It's the last thing I think about. It just is, I'm sorry. In my opinion, to be really good at any one thing, you've got to put a lot of time and energy and effort into it. And you really have to want to do it. And this goes for anything. The topic is content creation, but this goes with literally anything. To be good at it, to do a good job, it takes practice, it takes work. There's a small percentage of people that are lucky or like naturally talented when it comes to things, right? Things come naturally to them and it's easy. Everyone else has to work hard at it. And like a lot of things, working out, sports, music, anything, it takes repetition, it takes time, effort. So when it comes to content creation, you can do everything, right? You can make long form videos, you can make short form videos, you can live stream, you can make photo posts and reels, and just there's a whole mountain of types of content. But when you mention a content creator's name, your mind goes to one form of content, right? If I say Mr. Beast, you think long form YouTube videos. If I say Dr. Lupo, you think Twitch streamer. If I say, I don't know, Joe Rogan, you think podcasting, right? Even though these people can and do multiple things, they're known for the one thing. They're known for one type of content that they create, whether it be the main piece of content that made them famous, or it's the one that they do well enough that everybody recognizes them for that. Now, I am mediocre at best. I've said this numerous times. I am not great at anything. This channel here, I was at the right place at the right time. The algorithm took the dirt bike video, blew it up right as I was going daily with the daily vlogs. Family YouTubers and family vloggers were starting to come up, and my channel just hit the sweet spot. And it just, right place, right time, right? And I put enough effort, the right amount of effort and the right amount of focus on the channel for it to grow to the point where I was able to quit my job and become full-time. But I messed it up. The algorithm messed it up. Well, wherever you want to put the blame, it doesn't matter. I started to get a little burned out, and I shifted gears to streaming. I fell in love with streaming. And to this day, we're going to get to this point here in a second, I'm going to make it now. To this day, I still love live streaming more than anything else. More than vlogging, more than X. I love live streaming. And specifically, I love playing video games because it's the best of both worlds. And I've said that numerous times, how playing video games live is like my favorite thing in the world to do, because I love playing video games. It's my favorite entertainment, pastime, hobby, form of entertainment. And I love being live and chatting with being social, right? Whether it's talking to a chat room or playing games with friends and interacting, right? I love that dynamic. And I got a taste of that this last weekend when I did almost a 9-hour stream. I was like, God damn, I missed this. Which is what kind of sparked this thought, this conversation, honestly. The point I want to make is I can only put my focus and my energy in one place at a time to really do something well. And I didn't say great, well, to do it well. The last, let's call it month, I've been back into video games. Playing New World back, I think it was in September when the new expansion launched, and even prior to that, it's like leading up to the expansion, right? Then the expansion came out, and was really, really enjoying that, and playing the hell out of that, and leveling up, and all the new stuff, and just exciting. And I was streaming again, and everything. All I could think about when I got home, every little moment that I had of free time, was in New World, playing the game. Then the announcement came with New World, and then I switched gears to Arc Raiders, and that's where I'm at now. All I can think about is Arc Raiders. Every little free moment that I have, I want to play Arc Raiders. And that time and attention that I'm giving to a video game, and then by proxy, streaming on Twitch. I'm streaming more often. My free time is on Twitch, playing the game. I'm not watching vlogs. I'm not engaging with YouTube. I'm not like deep diving into my analytics. I'm behind on comments. Like just across the board, YouTube and vlogging has taken a back seat to video games and streaming. And while I still put up a video every day, while I still dip into my comments section multiple times a day, I'm still maintaining. The vlogs have suffered. I mean, if you watch daily, you see it, right? Like less creative shots, and I haven't done a montage in probably a month, right? I haven't done a montage, a real opening montage in over a month. I just pulled up the Nano for the first time in like a week or two, last week. And even then, the vlogs have been short, meaning I haven't pulled the camera out to talk because I haven't had like things to talk about, or like, hey, I want to pull the camera out and have a conversation with you. I haven't been doing much during the week because when I get home, I just want to, I had long days last week because of work and the app. But my point is still the same. When I get home, it's put the headset on, play some arc raiders, right? Squeeze in a little bit of arc raiders. So I'm painting this picture for you because I basically am saying, if my focus and my attention is on this thing, whatever this thing is, it's not here. It's not on you. And this is that struggle that I had years ago when I was all in on Twitch. Probably even before I signed my contract with Twitch, where I was, incentivized to stream 40 hours a week, because I was building up to that. I told Tiffany, I did like 9 hours on Saturday, and after done with dinner, I literally thought about going back and going live again. For a split second there, I was like, when she goes to bed, I'm just gonna go back in there and go do another live stream. And then Sunday, after we were trying to figure out my plans, I had the opportunity to go live again. I decided to go to brunch with Cade because I figured, I just did a 9-hour stream, take the opportunity with Tiffany going out with her friend to go out with my friend, get some good food. But I could have easily, without even a flinch, I could have very easily went live again and streamed for another 4 or 5 hours because I love it that much. A couple months ago, I was trying to push for monetization on X. And I meet all the requirements except for the impressions. You need 5 million impressions in the last 90 days. And it's a rolling 90 days. So, you could build up to that. And first I was like, I'm just going to kind of push myself to try and get realistically to hit that mark, you need 55,000 impressions a day for 90 days to kind of get to that goal. And, I barely get 4,000 or 5,000 a day on an average day. And if I push myself, I can get to 10. But I was like, let me just try to pushing that. Anyway, I got a couple of viral replies on a KFC post. And within a week, I got almost 2 million impressions. And I was like, holy shit, this might be it. This might be the time that I get to that 5 million mark and get monetization turned on. So I pushed really hard. And I was in their trenches. I was posting more than normal, and I was replying to as many niche posts that I could find. And there were some days I hit some crazy marks, 55, 65, 85, 100,000 impressions a day. And I was like, this is it. And then, I don't know, New World happened, streaming happened, YouTube. I don't remember what the catalyst was, but something happened and it took my attention away from X. And I missed a few days where I was getting back to my 5,000 impressions because I wasn't doing no replies, just my normal usage. And too much time passed. And I was like, I think I passed the point of no return, that I can't get to that 5 million mark before those big days. There was one day where I got 600,000 impressions. I'm like, if I get to that point and lose that 600,000, I'm not going to be able to make this. And so for a couple of days I tried to push, and I think I hit 55, 65,000 impressions for a couple of days there, and then I missed a date. It was 4,000. And I'm like, nope, this is over. So my point is this, even X, in order to hit that 5 million impression mark every 90 days and keep it, that has to be your main platform. That has to be the sole focus for you when you have your free time, right? Whether it's YouTube or Twitch streaming or Instagram or podcasting, whatever it is, you have to make that you're dedicated to be at that level, right? And so that, those impressions are gone. I'm back to I think in the last 90 days, I'm barely at 2 million. And now I don't even care because the opportunity is gone. There's no way I'm going to get back to that unless I get lucky and get a couple viral replies again and get up to those big numbers. There's no even chance I'm going to come close to that. So when it comes to YouTube, I care so much about this channel. I mean, this is the reason why I'm back to daily vlogging. I really do love this. I really do, enjoy the process. I enjoy the conversations that I have. I enjoy the ritual of waking up every morning and listening to my dumb face talk for hours and editing that video. I do enjoy that. I've been really enjoying using the AI tools to help me become a better creator, because the AI coach literally tells me why certain titles are better, why certain descriptions are better, why I should use this format instead of that format. I'm learning so much. I love it. And so when I realize that my head isn't in the game at the moment, I'm not focused, it bothers me. It bothers me. And there's a part of me that goes, fuck, I'm falling right back into old habits. And it's because, again, if I have to choose, because I can only have one, I can't do both, right? I choose streaming, and I choose video games when I have a game that I'm, obsessed about. And so I feel bad. I get the whole point I guess I'm making is I feel bad, and I'm recognizing it. Now, I'm not complaining, and I'm not apologizing in the grand scheme of things. It is what it is. I'm just simply recognizing it, and I felt like it was worth mentioning on camera to you that I recognize that the vlogs have been kind of meh as of late, because I'm just kind of, my head's not in the game. And that even goes back to again, not watching vlogs. For a couple weeks there, I was watching streams. I was back on Twitch. I haven't watched Twitch streams in months. Dare I say years, honestly. And that's crazy for me to say because I was all in on Twitch. That's all I watched. It's all I consumed. I canceled my Twitch Turbo a few months ago because I was like, I'm paying $12 a month, whatever it is, $11 a month for ad-free viewing, and I'm not even watching streams. I'm not taking advantage of it. So screw it. And I canceled the subscription. I still pay for YouTube Premium, so no ads on YouTube, but everyone gets paid. Plus I get the downloads option on my mobile device and YouTube Music. YouTube Premium is so worth it. If you don't have YouTube Premium, look into it. Get a family plan. Share it with people. You can have 5 people on your plan. You make it dirt cheap. It's phenomenal. But anyway, I canceled Twitch Turbo. Well, then all of a sudden I started watching streams again. I'm like, oh my God, I got ads again. Because I don't subscribe to anybody except for Bryce. I get my one Prime sub a month, but I don't use it because I don't watch streams. So all of a sudden I'm watching Twitch again and I'm watching ads. And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how much, because I haven't watched ads in years. I've had Twitch Turbo and I had YouTube Premium for 5 years, 6 years, I don't know. But at some point I caught myself and I'm like, I'm watching streams again. I'm watching Twitch again. And I'm loving it, I'm enjoying it. And then I'm on YouTube and I'm watching videos about New World. And then it was videos about Arc Raiders. And it's like, how can I be a better gamer? How can I be better at this game? What are some tips and tricks? Where do I find this thing? How do I do this thing? And I'm not watching vlogs. And a few months ago, all I was talking about was these new vloggers that I found and all these new channels that I'm enjoying, and I'm following the adventures of all these vloggers. And I found a few daily vloggers, to the point now where if I miss a couple days, my subscription box is overflowing with new content. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep up. And so this last week, I wanted to get back into watching some vlogs, right? Because again, I'm having this self-revelation that I'm not, dedicating enough time and attention to YouTube. And I start scrolling through my sub box to try and figure out what was the last video that I watched? What was the last vlog that I watched? So then I start scrolling through my sub box trying to figure out where was the last vlog I watched? How long has it been since I've watched a video? And I got back to almost 2 weeks, over 2 weeks. And I was like, holy crap. Has it really been that long since I've watched vlogs? And it has been. Evan Lindy just started doing daily vlogs. But I watched his first vlog at day 8. He had posted 8 videos. I was watching the first one. Isaac's daily. There's a couple of, I'd say maybe 5 channels that are damn near daily. If they skip a day or the weekend, whatever, but they're pretty much posting every day. And then there's the handful of channels that post maybe 2 or 3 times a week, randomly, but pretty consistently 2 or 3 times a week. Then there's the weeklies. And then, so I just very quickly realized I've got a lot of catching up to do. And it's you're following the story, these people's life stories. You're following their daily adventures. You don't want to miss an episode, right? It's not like regular YouTube where like you miss an episode, it's no big deal. They're independent of each other. Magic the Gathering. I haven't played Magic in months. The next time I get around to playing a hand, I'm like, oh God, I miss playing Magic. And I'll get all in on Magic again. This is the kind of personality that I have. I don't know what it's called, but that's who I am. That's what I do. And I've been talking for almost 20 minutes. This is gonna be a long vlog. I'm just gonna end the conversation with this last point. Again, not apologizing, just recognizing that I get very obsessive about things. And so when I obsess about YouTube and the vlogs, you get better vlogs. When I'm obsessing about a video game, you get streams on Twitch. And some of you like my Twitch streams. There's definitely people that are like, when's the next stream? Oh, have you checked out this game? There's some of you that are gamers and you're into it. I get that. Some of you are into the podcast. You're like, when's the next podcast, Clint? You're due for a podcast. I know. I'm sorry. But again, that's a commitment in itself to devote a good solid chunk of time to a topic. Maybe I should talk about this. Maybe I should talk about this. This maybe should have been a podcast. I don't know. That's the other problem too, is you start to divide yourself in your attention to different forms of content, and you're like, I don't know where to put this content, right? Should I have discussed this live on stream and just chatting? Should I have sat down at my desk and talked in front of the microphone for an hour about this? That's the struggle with all this damn content, is like, I'm going to talk about something or I'm going to capture something. Where do I share it? Should it be vertical? Should it be horizontal? Should it be short? Should it be long? Should it be live? Should it be recorded? Should it be video or audio? How many photos should I take? So anyway, I'm going to head home, start working on dinner, and yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Hope it makes sense. Hope you understand. This is just I'm in a Twitch phase right now. I'm in a video game phase. The phase will wear off and end, and we'll get back to YouTubing and vlogging any day now. It's crazy. This street has almost all these light tunnels down the entire street on both sides. I wonder who started this. Look who decided to show up for dinner.
Hello. Just took a quick ride over.
Just a quick ride down the hill. No problem.
I can't wait for dinner.
You can't wait?
I'm so excited. So hungry.
We have made Chipotle's corn salsa. The only thing that's missing is poblano pepper. Tiffany usually just buys a can of roasted poblanos, but we don't have one. So I don't know if we're skipping that part or going to use Anaheim maybe. I'm not sure. But there's the corn salsa. This is a chicken that's been in the crock pot. Got some black beans, some el pato. We are ready for Taco Tuesday with Bryce.
It's trying to jump me in line for Thanksgiving when all I've been eating is either meal plan or I saw one I sent to him.
Hot Pockets.
Hot Pockets and Twinkies into the
Honey buns.
Honey buns.
Which is funny because
Oh, look, that's Bryce.
I've had a few honey buns.
This one's,
Cilantro lime rice, black beans, corn salsa, carnitas, chipotle. Well, it was a nice little treat to have Bryce come home before dinner and join us for dinner. I honestly thought he wasn't coming home till tomorrow, but they don't have classes tomorrow. So basically, as soon as his buddy was done with his classes, scooped him up and they headed on down. So he'll be here till Sunday, probably late Sunday, which means we have him all day tomorrow, Thursday for Thanksgiving, obviously, Friday, and Saturday for Sierra's birthday. Plus Sunday will probably be decorating the tree. Actually, I think Tiff and I were talking about it. We're gonna pull the tree out and get it set up probably, if not tomorrow, definitely Thursday morning before we go to Thanksgiving. And then that way we can just kind of decorate it throughout the weekend while Bryce is here, instead of having like a dedicated day. we just don't know what the next couple of days are going to, fully transpire. But, he's down here obviously visiting us, but he's also down here visiting his friends that live down here, like Julio and Gabe and a bunch of other guys. Stranger Things drops tomorrow, I believe, and he plans on watching that with his buddies. Sierra, I think, and I are gonna watch it. But anyway, it's gonna be a weekend of Bryce. All right, so he's gonna be in and out the next couple of days. So I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow's Wednesday, last work day before Thanksgiving. It's gonna be a long one. It's gonna be a busy one, but we should be able to get through it, nevertheless. And then no plans tomorrow, as far as I know, as far as I remember. So kind of like a normal Wednesday, really. I'll come home. I'll go to the gym. Bryce should be here, but he may not be, and so we'll kind of play by ear. So come on back, hang out, see what goes on. I gotta figure out a better way to close the vlogs. I'm like, come on back, come back and hang out, and I'm like, I don't know. Come back tomorrow, all right? Hang out with me again. We'll see you then.